Okay, everybody, we're now in segment number 7 of my birthday special for Hunter Dillon, and it's time to put my knowledge to the test as we play Jeopardy featuring Alex Trebek on the DOS. Alright, let's do this. Let's win Hunter a bundle, shall we? Here we go. We're gonna do expert. I need a challenge. New. Enter. We'll use the space bar as the buzz-in key, and we'll be this guy. Taking on Kirsten and Camille.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Jeopardy.
Alright.
Here we go, round 1.
Let's do this.
One daily double will appear on the board in theme category.
We're going to be dealing with ants, ghosts, islands, first lines, proverbs, presidential quotes. Alright. Let's go ahead and start things off with ants for 100. Though we call Americas the original 13, ants lived in these long before that. What are colonies?
Right.
Ants for 200. After the queen has her one mating flight, she has no need for these and chews them off. What are wings?
Yes.
We have ants for 300. The echidna, pangolin, and aardvark, for example. What are anteaters?
Right.
Ants for 300. Or no, ants for 400. I'm sorry. That was for 300. Antennas serve ants as organs of all senses except this. What is sight?
Right.
Ants for 500. These ants don't eat wood, only chew out holes big enough to build their nests. What are carpenter ants?
Right.
Putting me at a nice even $1,500, just like that. Alright, what category will I choose now? I will choose first lines for 100. This book is largely concerned with hobbits, begins his The Fellowship of the Ring. Who is J.R.R. Tolkien?
Right.
Let's go with first lines for 200. This 1941 film opens as Effie the secretary enters and Sam the Dick says, "Yes, sweetheart?" What is the Maltese Falcon?
Yes.
We'll go with first lines for 300. I have $1,800 for Hunter at this point, and we're going to keep going. Famous poem inscribed there says, "This Colossus is not like the brazen giant of Greek fame." Oh. Well, let's see if Camille knows this any better than I do. Is it the Statue of Liberty?
Yes.
It is indeed the Statue of Liberty. Alright. Okay. Let's keep it going with ghosts for 100. From German meaning knocking spirit, it's a mischievous, boisterous ghost. Okay. I think we got it all. What is a poltergeist?
You are correct.
I'll have ghosts for 200, please. Okay, for ghosts for 2. Someone who pinch hits for another's autobiography. What is a ghostwriter?
You are correct.
Ghost for 3. He and Bill Murray went from Saturday Night Live gut busting to ghost busting. Who is Dan Aykroyd?
That's it.
Ghost for 400. As I try to get Hunter a bundle this game. Daily double.
Yes.
$2,400 is what I have at this point. I think I will go ahead and make it a true daily double. Here's the clue in Ghosts. 20s football star called the Galloping Ghost. Who is Red Grange?
You are correct.
It is indeed Red Grange, so I double my money to $4,800, even though I'm really playing for Hunter, not myself. Interested in psychic research while president, his ghost is said to haunt the White House. Camille. Abraham Lincoln? I think that's it.
Right.
I wanted to go with Abe Lincoln, but I wasn't 100% sure, so... Camille gets it right. She has $800, and she's going to make the next selection. Which is going to be First Lines for $400. MC, who opened his 50 show with, would you like to be queen for a day? Camille. Jack Bailey.
You are correct.
First line's 500. Metaphysical poet who addressed death saying, "Be not proud." Be not proud. Camille. John Donne.
You are correct.
He's the one. Alright, let's keep going. We have a telephone call here going on. Proverbs 100. Many of these make light work. If it's a toll-free number, I will not take it. Hands? Many hands make light work.
Yes.
Alright. So Camille gets it right, and she goes to the next clue. Proverbs for 200. During Watergate, John Mitchell said, when the going gets tough, the tough get this. What is going? That'll put me at $5,000.
That's it.
Proverbs for 300. We've yet to hear from Kirsten this game. Dorothy Parker said it's what women and elephants never do. What is forget? And remember, an elephant never forgets.
Yes.
Let's take the $400 clue in the same category, please. In the original version, you took an L, or 45 inches, when I gave you this. Camille. An inch?
That's it.
Oh, that's right, yeah. I should have thought about that, but I didn't know about it. But it's okay. Go ahead, Camille. You get the next selection. Proverbs 500. Ben Franklin said, you shouldn't squander this, for that is the stuff life is made of. Camille again. Time?
Right.
That is correct. So, Camille, you're up to $2,700. You have almost half of what I have. Next clue. Presidential quotes 100. When the president does it, that means that it is not illegal. I have a clue on this one, but I'm going to give it to Camille. Richard Nixon, and that was my guess.
That's it.
That's alright. Not worried about it at this point. Camille goes up to $2,800, and she gets to make the next selection. Presidential quotes 200. Calvin Coolidge said, "The business of America is this." What is business?
Right.
Presidential quotes for 300, please. I have $5,500 now at this point in the game. And we're still only in the Jeopardy round. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. Camille, again. John F. Kennedy, and he's the one.
Yes.
3,100, Camille. Presidential quotes for 400. One way to make sure crime doesn't pay would be to let the government run it. Camille? I have a little bit of a clue on this one. Ronald Reagan, and he was my guess.
Right.
That's alright. I'm not worried about it at this point in the game. Camille only trails me by $2,000 now. Where are we going, Camille? Presidential quotes 500. When asked about his condition, this president said, "I don't have ulcers. I give them." Camille. Lyndon Johnson?
Yes.
Lyndon Baines Johnson. Yeah, you're at $4,000, Camille. You're on a roll. We just have one category left to deal with, and that is islands. Alright, 100. State where you can lay in the sun. What is Hawaii?
Yes.
200. Wow, look at all this cash Camille and I are piling up, but I'm hoping to win for Hunter, not myself. An Indonesian island, or slang for coffee. What is Java?
That's it.
Uh-huh. And speaking of coffee, I just had me a cup of coffee just now. 300, please. Original nest of Sam Spade's falcon. What is Malta?
Right.
400. Hervé Villachez used to hang out on this TV island, boss. What is Fantasy Island? Oops, almost misspelled it there.
That's it.
Now the last clue. I have 6,500 for Hunter at this point. Let's close it out. Sri Lanka's old name that didn't suit it to a T. What is Ceylon?
That's it.
So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I have $7,000. Camille has $4,000. We've yet to hear from Kirsten.
The double Jeopardy round. Here we
Get
go.
right to it.
Daily Double to help you in one of these categories.
We have Imaginary Island, the 1950s, Celebrity Authors, Movie Monsters, there's a lot of them, the Bible, and finally, Lines. Notice the word in quotation marks. These are good categories. Kirsten, we've yet to hear from you, so why don't you make the first selection? Movie Monsters for 200. In the 1976 remake, he fell from the World Trade Center. Who is King Kong?
Right.
Movie Monsters 400. Look at all this cash. In Japan, he's known as Gojira. Who is Godzilla?
You are correct.
Movie Monsters for 600. In Young Frankenstein, he put on the Ritz as Frankenstein's monster. Who's Peter Boyle?
That's it.
Movie Monsters for 800. $8,200 at this point for Hunter, whom I'm hoping to give a bundle to this game. Bram Stoker popularized this monster, the one most often portrayed in movies. Who is Dracula?
Yes.
We'll go Movie Monsters 1000. These giant insects were the title monsters in them. Oh, we finally hear from Kirsten for the first time this game. Does she know it? Ants? I believe that's right.
Yes.
That was sort of my hunch, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I decided to let her have that one, and Kirsten finally has some money. Go ahead, Kirsten, where we going? What category? Lines for 200. In song Johnny Cash Line That Falls Because You're Mine. What is I Walk the Line? If you've never seen the 2005 movie with Joaquin Phoenix, definitely watch it. You don't know what you're missing. I have the movie on DVD sometime, and I'll watch it again down the road. How about lines for 400? Railroad and Monopoly that fits this category. What's the short line?
Yes.
Lines for 600. There's only one of these lines on a football field. What's a 50-yard line? Oh.
That's it.
Lines for 800, please. Wow, over $10,000 now at this point in the game. It's been called the boundary between y'all and you guys. What's the Mason-Dixon line?
Yes.
Lines for 1,000. $200-mile-long French line of defense which the Germans bypassed in 1940 by invading Belgium. What is the Maginot Line? However you say it, but either way,
Right.
that's right. That puts me at $12,000. Well, it's really for Hunter, but he's got 12 grand at this point. We have 4 categories left. Let's see where we go now. We are going to go to the Bible for 200. Signs that a person was in this included torn clothes, ashes on the head, and wearing sackcloth. What is mourning?
You are correct.
Bible for 400. He encouraged his son Solomon to build the temple and even gave him the plans. Who is David?
Yes.
Bible for 600. Deuteronomy ends with his death at age 120 on a mountain overlooking the Promised Land. Who is Moses?
Right.
The Bible for 800. Over $13,000 at this point. Whew! Jesus told his disciples, the very hairs of your head are all this. What is numbered?
You are correct.
I'll take the Bible for 1,000. At this point, I have $10,000 more than Camille. Daily Double.
Yes.
How much of that 14,000 would I like to put at risk? I'm gonna go for 2,000. All right, for $16,000. Here's the clue in the Bible. According to Mark, he was the voice crying in the wilderness. I'm gonna say who is Luke.
No.
Oh, that's the first incorrect response we've given all game.
The correct response is
John the Baptist. All right. Okay, so let me go ahead and write that down in my notes here. That's the first bit of cash that Whammy Incorporated is getting in this game, $2,000, but I'm still in the lead with 12,000. So let's go with celebrity authors for 200, please. Radio and TV interviewer who called his king of showbiz anecdotes, tell it to the king. Who is Larry King?
yes.
Celebrity authors for 400. That's only the first incorrect response given all game, so that's actually pretty good. In Say Hey, this athlete said his father taught him to walk using a moving basketball as bait. Who is, Stan Musial?
Nope.
Oh. So now we're giving up another $400 to Whammy Inc. Well, let's go to Camille, see if she knows this any better than I do. Willie Mays?
You are correct.
Alright. Imaginary Islands, 200. Sir Thomas More created this idyllic island 15 miles off the coast of the Americas. What is Utopia?
Right.
Imaginary Islands, 400. Or, I guess 600. Mary Pickford's stepson. He wrote about his days as a spy in South America in the Salad Days. I meant to go to Imaginary Islands, but that's okay. We are not going to worry about it at this point. Camille, what's your answer? Douglas Fairbanks Jr. Oh, yeah.
You are correct.
Oh, boy. Imaginary Islands, 400. Friday's Beach is one of several beaches on this character's island in the Atlantic. Who is Robinson Crusoe?
That's it.
We have Imaginary Islands for 600, please, for sure. Supposedly near Mexico, its name comes from Captain Flint's booty buried there. What is Treasure Island?
You are correct.
Imaginary Islands for 800. This monstrous animal came to New York from Skull Island, southwest of Sumatra. Who is King Kong?
You are correct.
Imaginary Islands, 1000. The Island of the Busy Bees is in the Tyrrhenian Sea in this children's classic by Carlo Collodi. What is Pinocchio?
You are correct.
Let's go back to celebrity authors, and I'll take it for 8, please. Mongoose, or R.I.P., is the 8th of his thrillers featuring CIA agent Blackford Oaks. Camille. Nope.
No.
So $3,200 is now what Whammy Incorporated will profit from this game. Kirsten, what's your answer? Nancy Reagan?
Nope, sorry, that is wrong.
No way. So now Whammy Incorporated will be profiting $4,000. And it is
The correct response?
William F. Buckley Jr. Alright. Let's go ahead and close it out. Elizabeth Takes Off is her story of the ups and downs in her weight and life. Who is Elizabeth Taylor? So we know the other Daily Double's in the last category.
Yes.
Over $15,000, almost 16 grand at this point in the game. Alright, let's have 1950s 200. A reproduction of this famous ship sailed from Plymouth, England to Massachusetts in 1957. What's the Mayflower?
That's it.
400. 16 grand at this point for Hunter. Testifying before a Senate committee in 1957, Teamster President Dave Beck invoked this some 80 times. Kirsten. The Lamb? No!
Nope.
No way. I'll take a chance on this. I'll say, what is the Constitution?
Nope.
No, that's wrong too. $4,800 now. Does Camille know the answer?
That's it.
In April 1955, for the first time in 33 years of publication, Reader's Digest carried these. What are advertisements?
Yes.
Daily Double.
The answer is
I'm going to do 3,800. Here's the clue in the 50s. Occupation of William Howard Mays that put him in the news. What is baseball player?
That's it.
There we go. This industrialist sold RKO pictures to General Tire in July 1955. Who is Howard Hughes?
You are correct.
So at this point, I have $21,000. Camille has $4,600, and Kirsten will not be around for Final Jeopardy.
Here is today's Final Jeopardy category.
1968. I'm going to do just 1,000.
Final Jeopardy answer is
This ship was seized by North Korea January 23rd, and the crew was held until December 22nd. Well, I'm going to give up $1,000.
what did you put down as your response?
800.
No.
That's how much Whammy Inc. will profit from this game.
And your wager was
So Hunter's going to get $20,000 this game. That's not bad.
what did you put down as your response?
The USS Pueblo.
That's it.
Yep.
And your wager was
3,490, so that's $8,090, but it does not matter because I win the game with 20 grand. We'll go ahead and wrap it up for this segment, and I will see you all for that next one right after this.